will be Udayanidhi Stalin, our Deputy Chief Minister.
I would say he is our hope for the next.
பல்லக்கோடி ரூபா மதிப்புள்ள வைரையா
எங்க இருப்பாங்க?
நானே நீதி நேர்மை நியாயம் உள்ளம் கருணைன்னு வாழ்ந்து நிக்கிறேன் சார். காந்தி கையில கத்தி கொடுக்குறேன்றீங்க, புத்தர் கையில புல்லட் கொடுக்குறேன்றீங்க.
Patience, understanding, empathy, and then inclusivity, and to sit and then listen to nondescript and nonchalant things. You know, when I've observed, not all the men, but as far as I have observed, most of the men, they talk about career, stock exchange, or whatever it is. They might unwind in the company of some, you know, like closer friends. But generally speaking, but we women, we might, or some of us are very happy in just discussing, you know, about just all nonchalant, nondescript things, some rain or whatever it is that I didn't have sleep yesterday. From that onwards, opening up also. So if you want to be an empathetic person, you have to be very, very open-minded and keep your eyes, ears, everything, all your senses open to what does the universe offers you. And only women excel in that, I would say. Womanly instincts. I'm not sure whether any man can obtain that because it's an instinct. That's the first thing I would say.
It's wonderful, ma'am. I think it's quite true. I would completely agree with you.
Absolutely.
And I think we have a range of things we are capable of talking about. I think capability is something I learned from you today. Ma'am, my next question to you is, you know, just a little bit from your previous answer. There are many people here in the gathering today who would like to explore politics in a certain sense, like to understand politics, want to be a part of politics. How and where do you think we should start?
You should start from your street itself. Just reaching out to your neighbor. Just be a responsible citizen within your street. I've written a Tamil poem. I hope that some of you can understand it. யாரும் பார்க்கவில்லை என்று சுற்றும் முற்றும் பார்த்துவிட்டு அடுத்த வீட்டில் கொண்டு போய் குப்பையை கொட்டும் பொழுதே அரசியல் ஆரம்பித்து விடுகின்றது. We all of us, sometimes we do that. You know, like being a very responsible citizen within your street and reaching out to your neighbor when they are in need. All of us were all lovey-dovey persons during COVID. Everything was, you know, like full of love. I mean, you open up your drawing room and some stranger would be sitting there charging their mobile phones from the 4th Street and those were the scenes we all witnessed. And then you can see, you know, lot of camaraderie on the terraces when we were walking and everything. The world looked so beautiful, filled with love. And after a year, everything again back to square one. So basically, the women, whoever it is, women or women, if they want to enter into public life or public spaces, it should begin, you know, like from your neighbor, from your street, from that locale, and then, you know, like to the council, it should like that. See, for example, this FICCI FLO itself, taking small steps to reach out to people. And your chairperson, I just saw it in Insta, your previous chairperson has shared this crashes which you have installed in 17 parks, industrial parks from Tutukorin to all the other villages, education based ones, and some I have also noted it down, I believe. How many children are getting benefited from that? It is 3,23,000 women are getting benefited through this FICCI FLO's initiative. 6 months to 5-year kids are being given services. So this is a wonderful little step which through FICCI FLO most of you are taking. So this is how you just make your steps. And then you go to the, I wouldn't use the word higher places, probably the decision-making places, a more suitable word. When you exercise your oath itself, you have the right to sit on that place one day or the other. Everyone here can sit on that chair of whether it's a prime minister or a president or a chief minister, that doesn't matter. All of you all capable enough to go and reach that chair if you have that intention, sincerity and the willingness to work towards it with real service to the humanity. So with that intention, if you just take small steps to reach out to your neighbor or, like to point out certain things which is not for your, working out for your conscience, voicing it in a louder way, these are the immediate steps I would say.
Wonderful, ma'am. Taking from, the word sitting on that chair, you are sitting on the chair today representing a lot of us here. South Chennai constituency is a very, very diverse constituency. And, I really want to know how you represent people from the low-income communities to the, working, the middle, the upper middle, and the elite in the society. Ma'am, how do you cover this entire spectrum and holistically? I want to talk to you about that. And I also want to know what kind of work, what kind of plans you have for this spectrum, this entire spectrum. If you can elaborate a little bit on that, it'll be great.
Of course, absolutely, with pleasure. As you said, well, the chair is not a very comfortable chair. Not this one.
You're responsible for your sleepless nights as well.
Those chairs are always rickety. You should sit on the chair with the realization that it's not a permanent one. It's like a musical chair. So that itself makes you a little wise. That itself will open up your eyes to look into the problems of those who have elected into. So my first priority is reachable to them. Whether you solve their problems or not, that is a different question. You have to be approachable, reachable. That is the first thing. So when they have the faith in you, or when they know that, well, here is my elected representative, I can just walk into her office, or I can reach over the mail or whatever it is, the social media, that itself breaks the barrier. So that is my first thumb rule. And I have a proper office wherein I have my own helpers, assistants, the research associates who meet people every day, receive their petitions, and we segregate. That's a professional way of working. But as you said, it's a huge constituency, 6 MLA constituency packed into one as an MP constituency. So it's humanly impossible to travel, and cover all the places within a month or whatever it is. But what are all the areas which are constantly affected with certain problems, certain things, stumbling blocks are there. So as and when you just travel, all those places, all those pockets. So you can concentrate more on that. Apart from spending my MP lads, we are allotted 5 crores a year to spend for the constituencies. I undertook projects, and I am undertaking also projects combining with the NGOs, like-minded people like you, to reach out to women, children. Especially my focus areas are their health, education, women empowerment. These are the 3 key areas I concentrate. So the last term I have taken up 3 projects. One I named as Thamilachi. Valimai doesn't mean only physical prowess. your mental prowess, equipping yourself mentally. So this is in collaboration with the Rotary Club, Rotary Spotlight, and then ELTA, English Language Teachers Association, with Etheroj College. So we have conducted camps for anemia, locating people who are prone to that and then giving them the tablets, as well as through ELTA we have conducted spoken English classes. So empowering women in both the aspects. That's just one project. Another one is distribution of menstrual cups to the underprivileged women. I've got a long coastal beach line right from Nochikuppam till Vettuvangeni, South Chennai. So I've got a lot of my fisherwomen sisters who face a very, very harsh, hard life, traveling with baskets for selling fish and then, like sitting on the streets or whatever it is. So I thought, why don't they have this luxury of using menstrual cups? So I collaborated with, again, a private agency, and in collaboration with all the women councillors of South Chennai constituencies, 1,500 beneficiaries were spotted. We have given coaching classes for them to use, and that was dispersed. And the third project was, as I said, we concentrate on the education, health and hygiene, installation of meta bins in schools. 7 schools were identified in my constituency. 4 schools we have fixed up meta bins. That's the recycling of your waste in a very, very useful way. Teach them, like if you recycle a bottle, like you will be given this much incentive, something like that. So these were the 3 important projects. Another one is I have adopted a village. I have 7 panchayats in my constituency. So Sitalapakam is one such panchayat. I have adopted it under Prime Minister's SAGI scheme. And I have actually worked with Sanitation First India and provided them toilet facilities and the restoration of ponds. All those things we have done in that. In this term, we have started 2 important projects. Yesterday, in fact, was a very, very project which is close to my heart, giving the Anganwadi children and the teachers. We call it as Mudal Eluthu. Yesterday, it was just started in 3 schools of my constituency, along with the association of the private nursery school owners and teachers. See, most of the people think that the creche or Anganwadi is just a place to leave their children to eat and then sleep. But that's where the learning begins. So how to provide an ethos or an atmosphere which makes the child to learn things faster and in a meaningful way. So to orient the teachers as well as for the children, that was just begin with the Tamil Nadu government's ICTS. Along with that, my MP office. And the other one is STEM education, science, technology, engineering, to orient government school children in that. Leader par excellence, who has made Tamil Nadu in a very unique way, uniquely astounding way, visible in the Indian map. He was the one who made Tamil Nadu visible in the Indian map, I would say.
Next, our Chief Minister, M.K. Stalin, sir.
A visionary leader who does what he says, I would say always speaks less, but who does in great volumes.
The next will be Udayanidhi Stalin, our Deputy Chief Minister.
I would say he is our hope for the next to lead the younger generation. The Dravidian, the lamp of the Dravidian ideology, he's the right person to carry that lamp, the Dravidian ideology forward.
The next picture, Mahakavi Subramanya Bharatiyar, the pride of
Mahakavi itself, we are so proud that he's born in India. The iconic poet who would have had a Nobel who would have become a Nobel laureate had he had a W.B. Yeats like Tagore. It was W.B. Yeats who edited and translated Tagore's works in English. Our Mahakavi, the iconic poet. That's why if someone says, "Are you a poet?" I say, "Mahakaviyum Kavingeru, Nanum Kavingeru." Only he is the poet. So he would have had become a Nobel laureate had he had W.B. Yeats like Tagore had.
The next picture. Your family, ma'am.
Oh my, okay.
See your grandchildren as well there.
Yes. My happy nest place. My happy nest, happy place, my go-to place. It's in a ullangaila ulagamna idudha. My world it is, my happy nest it is. Yes.
The next picture is your rally.
Okay, see, look at my eyes. I want all of you to just see my eyes. Where am I looking? When I was campaigning, I made it a point to make eye contact with all of them, not like just blindly waving or whatever it is. This was when, like when I was just seeing a woman, like with glass bangles, open her window door, and then peeping out with her eyes. So this is a language of eyes between two women, I would say. Yeah, I can never forget that moment.
Wow.
Any public rally for that moment, it's a collective consciousness. Like a movie, I would say that a collective consciousness or a language of love between two women.
Wow. The next one, I'm very personally curious to see what comes. This is a picture of a mother hugging her child when she's dropping her off at school. Ma'am, you're an educator, you are a mother, you are a grandmother now. So you can take a moment.
To go or not to go? That's the question, yes.
The next one. We've heard much about this place, the Parliament canteen, where there's a lot of fight inside the Parliament. In the canteen, apparently there's a lot of friendly chitter-chatter. Ma'am, can you...
Yeah, where palettes transcend the party colors.
Wow.
The spirit of camaraderie. Palettes transcend party colors.
Next one. Picture of a classroom.
Yeah, yes, it is. I would say it's a heaven on earth. I would say any classroom, that's how I describe, because that's where I spent most of my years there. So it's just a heaven on earth, I would say.
Wow. Do you ever miss it, ma'am? Teaching?
Oh, yes, of course I do. I terribly miss my teaching time, yes. That good morning, ma'am, good morning, miss is like the one word which peps you up, which kickstarts you. I do terribly miss my teaching days.
And the last image for this evening, women at a polling booth.
Women at a polling booth. Well, I remember Helen of Troy's line here. Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships? Was this the hand that rocked the cradle and toppled the thrones?
Wow.
Probably.
That I think our session ends. Ma'am, what an honor for all of us for having you here. I think she deserves a huge round of applause.